Hello. Just 1 minute. Try to solve some issues. Well, my name is Pablo Trilles. I'm Spanish, so sorry about my English accent. I am Vice President of the company AuraPortal. At 2 o'clock, I'm going to do a presentation of our solution. And I'm going to talk about who is AuraPortal in the world, etc. So, if you are interested, I think it's going to be just here. Okay. Thank you. The idea that I have is to show what is our thought about what is BPM today and the future of the BPM. So we will have an introduction and BPM today and tomorrow. I have a question, and this is the first question. Do we know what BPM is? Someone wants to say anything? Wants to? Okay. Why this question first? Because what we have experienced is that I'm sure that the definition that I have of BPM has nothing to do with the definition that you have of BPM. Sorry, because it's very small to learn, but these are some definitions that I found in a blog, the internet, and I thought it was quite interesting. I'm going to read. For instance, one definition is, might be easier to define what BPM is not. That's one definition. And the other is, BPM equal to be purpose-minded. So definitions of BPM, there are thousands. But this is our definition list. So now you know which is the definition that we have from AuraPortal, from our experience of these 50 years. For us, BPM is a new category of enterprise software that enables companies to model, deploy, and manage sets of activities, let's say processes activities. For departments or the whole company, even including employees and external people, all in the same activities. What we see that is BPM? In practically all organizations, small, medium, large, we have these elements. Customers, applications like my ERP, documentations, I have to send emails, receive emails, etc. And normally, all these elements are linked in a very inefficient way. This is what BPM wants. BPM wants to organize the companies in this way, through processes. Normally, all BPM tools and solutions that are in the market, they can be divided in these 5 steps that never ends. The first one is modeling. That means I'm going to draw my process. And then I'm going to give attributes, I'm going to configure all my processes. Then comes the simulation. I'm going to make sure that what I have created, it works perfectly. Then we have the execution, the daily work with processes. Monitoring, important. We have to see what is happening in our company. If there are bottlenecks, where are my processes stopped, all the results, all the business intelligence that I can extract from my processes. And based on what I see in the monitoring, then I can optimize my processes. And this never ends, never ends. The reason why you are here is because you have at least gaps or lacks in your organization. Which are the benefits of implementing a BPM solution? Well, cost saving, elimination of errors, rapid implementation of new business strategies, homogeneous and predictable results, increase of capacity for analysis, management for volume more precise, continuous improvement, reduce document generation, optimize workflows, consistency in the information, etc., etc., etc. So there are many, many benefits of implementing a BPM solution in our organization. Okay, now that we have seen more or less what we think is BPM, so you know what we have in mind. Now, how is the market of the BPM? We have to remember that BPM exists from maybe 20 or 30 years ago, even more. And as usual, all these new trends come from North America. So today, how is the BPM market? As we see it, as mature market, that means companies that are already working and implementing BPM in partly large organization, medium, even small. We have these three main areas. North America with Canada, countries in North Europe, for instance, UK, Germany, Netherlands, and also Australia. Australia and North Europe are influenced by North America. That's why. Then we have growing markets. Latin America, even Mexico, that is North America, Central America. Some countries in Europe, India and Japan. These are countries that are growing in the sense of knowing about BPM, understanding the needs of BPM, and implementing BPM. And then we have the rest. Africa, Russia, China, South Asia, Middle East, etc. These are regions that there are unmature markets, so there are a lot of way to work. Which industries are the favorite to adopt this technology? Administration, governments, manufacturing companies, services, education, energy, transport, financial services, healthcare, and insurance. These are the top industries that are implementing this type of solution, BPM. They have more money, more budget, more resources, more possibilities. And here we see other industries that are not in the top, but they also need BPM solutions, right? Associations, real estate, engineering, software, business, consulting, retail, telecom, farming, etc. BPM has the interesting feature that can be adapted to any industry. it doesn't matter if it's telecom or engineering, it doesn't care. That's one of the biggest interesting thing of BPM. Business areas. Other question, where can I implement a BPM in my organization? Which is the best area? Which is the best department? Someone wants to answer? No? Exactly, all. CRM, financial management, production, projects, human resources, quality, all. That's another good thing of BPM. It's not just software that maybe is for accounting or just for projects. No. You can implement, automate processes in your whole organization. That's the good thing. And normally, it's not only one process in one department. It's minimum 5 different type of processes or class of processes to 20. Because each area, each department has many processes to automate. So, for instance, ERP, it's only for accounting. That's very concrete. BPM allows you to automate your whole organization, but of course, step by step. In an organization, we can see different departments or areas: human resources, marketing, accounting, production, compliance, projects, warehouse, IT department, sales, purchases, customer support, etc. If I have a company and I want to automate my processes, I'm going to start always with a concrete process. For instance, projects. I'm not going to start with a process that involves the whole company. Step by step. We are not in a hurry. So companies normally start with one department, and inside this department there are many processes to automate. So they choose 1, 2, and they can start. But of course, the good thing of a BPM solution is that it's not only for one department. It can cross the whole organization. For instance, when I want to purchase something, I need to, for sure, needs to involve the purchase department, warehouse, accounting, and maybe other departments. So that's the interesting thing of a BPM solution, that it applies to the whole company and step by step. It's not necessary to do it all together. And then you can go to other departments. Size. Large organizations. We think that the big companies, the 60%, they already have implemented, or at least they are studying to implement, a BPM solution. But medium organization, only a 15%. And of course, if we go to small organization, 1%. Why? Because today, BPM, it's an expensive solution. It needs a lot of resources, money, and time to implement this type of solution in a company. That's why large organizations have started with a BPM solution. But this is changing. In 2012, BPM market rose 99.7% of the, so it rose. That means that it's going very well. Revenues of 1,900 million. This is a very interesting sector. And budgets from 10,000 to 100,000 to 500,000 euros. This is what it was, in fact. Now it's not necessary to have 100,000 to implement a software like this. It's not necessary. Now we will see why. Okay, why I'm going to automate a process in my organization? These are the reasons. Optimization of processes. Increased productivity for process worker. The assurance of consistent processes execution across divisional or geographical boundaries. The ability to provide real-time visibility in key processes. The ability to model business processes. The ability to change processes quickly and easily. Support for competent efforts. This is an information from IT analyst firm. Took from North America and Europe, and these were the why companies wanted to implement a software like this. Okay, what is happening tomorrow? Remember this slide? Look, large organizations. We are sure that 90% of the big organizations are going to implement a software like this. Medium organizations are going to be 70%. And a small organization is going to increase. Not that much, but it's going to increase. How? That's the question. How is going to be this real? This is the future and the present. Cloud. Cloud is how small and medium companies are going to implement BPM solutions in the company. It's going to be the cheapest, fastest, and secure way to do it. How it works? Users from a company, through any kind of device like computer, iPad, they access to internet, where you are going to access to your BPM program, and you're going to every day to access to this program that is in internet. But of course, as you will know, everything is in a professional data center. So all the information is in a very secure environment. This is how even big companies are going to this model. This is the model that is going to be more big, more present in the next years. It's going to be easier to work with this kind of solution. Less risk than if you have to buy the licenses, because this is rent, only renting. It's going to be safe, because the server is not going to be in your house, it's going to be in a professional data center with all the security systems. No need to programming, so you don't need IT people with IT knowledge to do coding. It's not going to be necessary that. IT people is going to be necessary for other works, but not to manage the BPM. It's going to be faster to put your processes in production. No commitments. That means that if one day you want just to get rid of the BPM, you can do it. You finish your agreement and that's it. Flexible. You can do changes and add more users or modules very easily. You don't have to buy servers, and you don't have to buy the licenses, so it's going to be very cheap and powerful. It's just necessary an internet connection, and that's it. This is what is going to be the future and almost the present. Conclusions. BPM market will rise to 9,000 million in the coming year or years. The experience is saying that the user experience is very high. Companies that are implementing this type of solutions, they are not getting rid of them. They like them. They see a very big ROI. And cloud is going to be the next big thing. Do you have any question? Anyway, at 2, I'm going to be presenting our solution. If you have any question related to our solution or about the presentation today, feel free, of course, if you have a question now.
Do you have some questions? No questions?
Seems that everything is very clear.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.